Hey, what's going on? It's the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Welcome to another YouTube sighting. Man, it has been a minute. I hope you guys had a wonderful Father's Day. A lot has taken place in the world of college athletics, in particular at my beloved Prairie View A&M University. They have turned the page on the baseball program. They are going to be, looking to fill that void. They've made a new partner for selling tickets and handling fundraising and things of that nature. We're going to get a lot more detailed information later this week. We have scheduled to be on the show athletic director Anton Goff, and he'll bring us up to speed with everything that has taken place on the Hill. And of course, the whole buy-in for the Southwestern Athletic Conference with this $20.5 million commitment for the next 10 years. Now, I have my concerns about this. In essence, for those who might not be fully aware of what's going on, the entire Southwestern Athletic Conference, brotherhood, sisterhood, conglomerate, if you would, have each agreed to commit to receiving $250,000 annually less than what they would typically get through the NCAA budgets to offset and pay for the big boys boo-boo. But that's the way it is. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole during this episode. I'm just informing, sharing what's going on. But in essence, for the next 10 years, we'll be short $250,000. And I said, oh, by the way, we're going to lift your quote-unquote scholarship salary cap, in particular for baseball. You used to have 11.7 scholarships available for 30, 35 ball players. We're going to now remove that ceiling. We're going to give you 34 scholarships that you can disperse any way you see fit. But don't forget, we're going to reduce you $250,000 annually. And oh, by the way, you're still going to be on the hook for your own NIL deals. But just in case you get an NIL deal that's over $600, then it has to pass through a clearinghouse. Once again, it's that moving target. And, I digress. I know that's just where we are right now. So there's no getting around that. It is what it is, right? So we have to continuously become creative and find out ways that we can make this happen. So we're going to have all of that coming up. And these College World Series, oh my goodness. This has really been some good balls. Some of it got a little sloppy, in particular with Arkansas when they were in their elimination game against, who was that? Arkansas and, oh man, I'm getting a brain freeze right now. They just played the thing. Who did Arkansas? Arkansas is going to face LSU in one of the brackets finals. They just knocked off Louisville. Was it Louisville? No, Louisville's going to play Coastal Carolina. Man, I am really... Oh, UCLA. Man, forgive me. I had a brain freeze. So UCLA started off strong, but they couldn't get past the Razorbacks representing that SEC, right? So now you're going to have the SEC cannibalizing one another. And you're going to have Coastal Bend taking care of the business for the Sun Belt as they go up and try to settle up in their bracket. And now I'm having another brain freeze. I just called out the name, and it's too late in the evening for me. I'm usually in bed by the time I'm doing this, but I'm feeling pretty good right now. And Coastal Bend is going, you got Arkansas, LSU, Coastal Bend, and Louisville. That's right, Coastal Bend and Louisville. Louisville just messed Oregon State up. they flip flop. That was probably one of the best series. The Oregon State and Louisville, they met each other twice and they split, but Oregon State fell short. Louisville made it count at the most in that final elimination game. So these series have been great. Do want to thank you guys and remind some who might not be aware on my Twitter X platform, the Mike Prince Show, or OBN_radio. We have the newsletter, the monthly newsletter that is pinned on that account, and we given this month's June, we're giving a breakdown of my plan of escape and moving toward the future for the Southwestern Athletic Conference, in particular for the football broadcast coverage. But be sure to check that out on the monthly newsletter. It's pinned on my Twitter X account at the Mike Prince Show. Just worked on a couple of pieces with the latest baseball movements. We're going to just, I guess, release that in July. I'm contemplating should I send out a special episode, but I don't know. That's the freedom of being independent. We can let it roll how we need to let it roll. But it's really, really been a lot going on and a lot of intriguing situations. And heading back to Prairie View with baseball, we did a very, I think, fair and straight down the line, one way or the other, assessment of the Riggins era. We'll have that definitely in the July newsletter. But I will say this. I think the overall record for Coach Riggins was 159 wins, 267 losses, somewhere around there. It was about 37% overall. And you don't, you look at that and you don't look at that to a degree, because we know when you play in some of the larger institutions, you're going to get what you get. But the deceptive part about this one was when you look at conference record for Coach Riggins, he was 117 and 102 overall. And you'd be like, well, man, that's not really bad. That's actually pretty good. But it's a deceptive win percentage when you look at what you would call the elitists of conference when it comes to baseball and how they fared against them head to head. In particular, Texas Southern, they were something like 16 and 45 overall under the leadership of Riggins against Texas Southern. And the other notable programs they did not have success against overall. He had some sprinkles here and there in the case of Grambling, Southern, Jackson State, FAMU, Alabama State. So it's like you beat up on the poor, but with someone of equal value or even a little bit higher value, you didn't fare out too well. So it's going to be very interesting to see. It's late in the season doing this. The baseball season for Prairie View has been completed a little bit over a month now. And, they've already had their exit exams and interviews with players and coaches. And then all of a sudden, you get this move come out on Monday. But what was somewhat telling with the news that broke of the Panthers parting ways with Coach Riggins, there was a athletic directors retreat over the weekend for the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Don't know if the quote-unquote greater minds and the people with the bigger pay scales got together and started leaning on recommendations, and they come back Monday to relieve Coach Riggins and staff of duties. I'm not sure where all this came about, but it appears that the way things had customarily been handled, that if anything was going to happen, you would have thought it would have happened 30 days ago. Because now what you have is that Prairie View is going to be in between a rock and a hard place, trying to find a legitimate enough coach to pick up where Riggins has, exited with his journey to see what can be done. We knew that there had been a lot of ball players that hit the portal, and it's probably going to be some more hit the portal with the latest events. But nonetheless, you got to figure this thing out one way or the other. So we're going to keep you posted on all of that. Be sure to check out the newsletter, the Open Mic newsletter on Twitter X, it's pinned at the Mike Prince Show. We have it in a PDF form. Share it, pass it, give us feedback. Let us know what you guys think about it. We got a lot in store. We know football is right around the corner, and you can never have too much football. But I, being a baseball guy, I got plenty of time to really go in hard on football. I'm going to relish these few days we have left with this college baseball series. You got, as we mentioned, Coastal Carolina. We're going to square up with Louisville. And then you have Arkansas Razorbacks dealing with the LSU Tigers. Now, if I had to pick based on right now, I'm thinking it's going to be the Fighting Roosters. What's all a Chanticleer is. A Fighting Rooster of Coastal Carolina. And LSU is good, but man, Arkansas's pitching staff is the real deal. And if I were forced in a corner, I would say Coastal Carolina and Arkansas will see each other for the College World Series. And that's going to be one heck of a matchup because contrary to what others may think, Coastal Carolina is no joke. This is not an accident. They've been systematic, diplomatic on how they've gotten there. And it's going to be a very, very good matchup if those two advance to the final showdown. And speaking of that advancement and taking advantage of what's available, coming up in that July newsletter, we're going to do a baseball budget comparison between the LSU Shreveport program, the Prairie View A&M University program, and the Murray State program, and a little insight tweaking on if I were king for the day, how I would do it. That's kind of what we do. Do want to remind you guys, we have a 24-hour voice center that you can call in and leave your questions, thoughts, comments, or concerns. That number is simply 936-463-2405. Drop it in anytime. Let us know what you think. Visit the website. We got that 24-hour stream flowing and going. You get some off-the-grid content. Go ahead and check it out. Let us know what you think. It's at obnradio.com on the website. Click on that 24-hour stream, and you'll be in the mix. This YouTube channel is the Mike Prince Show. No, it's not. It's the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And we feature the Mike Prince Show. We feature Yeah, I Said It. We feature The Locker Room. And after further review, Above the Net, the Temple Ministries Bible services and Sunday sermons, all of that under one umbrella. So go and check it out. Click subscribe. Hit that bell of notification. You'll be kept up to speed with everything that's going on. Once again, I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Thank you guys so much for keeping in tune, joining in with us. I am going to exit stage left for right now. So until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.